Hey guys, it's Aidette. So today I'm going to be reviewing this Wet n Wild's Photo Focus foundation. There has been so much rave about this, so I wanted to try it myself. And today I'm freshly fake tanned, so I am super excited to get a tan foundation on my face because recently I've just been using my natural skin tone and I do prefer a tan, so I'm super excited to be using this. And I'm also going to be trying out the Wet n Wild's Photo Focus concealer. This one is in the shade light/medium beige and this one is in desert beige. Some of you may know, if you've been on my channel for quite a while, you guys know that I love myself a yellow undertone foundation. So these were mostly the most yellow undertone foundations that I could see on the website from the tan shades. So I swooped these up and they were actually very inexpensive, and of course it's Wet n Wild, so it's not going to be super expensive like a Becca foundation. So I was very excited about this and I've been hearing so much hype, so let's just get right into the review and see how I feel about it. So I'm going to be applying this with the Beauty Blender on one side, and then on the other side I'm going to be using a face brush. Now taking my foundation, and I'm going to be going ahead and starting off with the Beauty Blender side. So I'm going to take it on this side here. The packaging looks like, if you guys were curious, and also when you pull it out, it does have a spatula, which is very different from things that I've usually seen. Usually it's just the cap, or usually it just has a pump. So this one seems very interesting and I'm excited to try it out. So I'm just going to be taking it like this, and that actually looks like a good amount. I'm going to take a second one to cover my whole face. First, we're going to start off with one layer, and then we'll go ahead and then do the second, just to see how buildable it is. And for the smell, it kind of does smell like Play-Doh. I don't know if you've ever smelled that as a child or now. I think the color is very beautiful. I think that it's very comparable to my favorite, which is the NARS Sheer Glow in the shade Barcelona. So it does have a nice shade. It's just that with the Beauty Blender, I feel like it's kind of soaking up the product. And as you guys can see, it didn't really cover up my red spots on my pimples right here and right here. And it is kind of like blotchy. So I'm going to go ahead and use a brush to fix that up later. So I'm going to go ahead and see how buildable it is and also cover up some more of the problem areas with the second layer. The cheek area right here, and lastly on the forehead. Okay, so you can see that it is covering it up a little bit more. Okay, so it did turn out a little bit better with the second coat, but at the same time it didn't completely cover up that spot right there, and it's the tiniest bit splotchy. But overall, for this second coat, I would say that it's more of a medium to full coverage, but more on the medium side. So let's just see how it works with a brush on this side. Alright, so now taking some on this side of my face. So I'm going to be taking this Real Techniques brush and I'm just going to be dabbing this right in. Okay, that's really weird because both sides came out blotchy. As you guys can see here, a tiny bit darker, but at the same time my tan isn't at the tannest that it could be. So it seems like both ways are splotchy. I'm hoping that that's just the primer. But let's just see how it looks with a second coat. Okay, so now that I've done a second layer, I feel like the brush does work better when I kind of stipple it in instead of kind of doing like circular motions. So I think that's the reason why it kind of looked more splotchy. So definitely take a synthetic brush and pat it in over circular motions. I'm going to go ahead and go over these little areas here with some more foundation where it didn't really cover up. So that looks a lot better, and I'm going to go right into the concealer, and I'm going to be doing my full glam type of concealer, so I'm going to be doing it in a V shape. Okay, this is actually a very nice color. I thought it was going to be way deeper because I heard that the colors come out very deep, and it's very yellow, very nice undertoned. So for this, I'm going to be taking my beauty blender and just blending both sides with that. The beauty blender actually did a pretty good job, and now I'm going to be going ahead and kind of buffing out the edges with my brush that I used earlier. I'm first going to give you guys my first review with it not set with any other products. So right now I can say that the concealer doesn't crease very easy at all, but you have to work with it very quickly, so I'd recommend that you work with it very quickly on one eye first. Blend it out, and then once you're done with that one, go ahead and do the other areas that you want, because this does dry up a little bit quickly. It's not a huge problem to blend out when it kind of dries up, but it is a little bit more difficult than if it was just fresh concealer. And for the foundation, it can get pretty patchy. It does have a very nice shade to it. It does have a nice color range if you guys go on the website and check it out. And also, I just think that I recommend a brush over a beauty blender and doing stippling motions. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my full face, and I'll be right back and give you guys my full on review. So now that I have all the products on, I do have the end review for you guys. And what I have to say is that I love this foundation. It really does apply products very nicely, and it does give you a dewy glow, which I think is beautiful. So also, if you guys want a full look on this here, what I'm wearing, it's actually a Kim K inspired look, but the only downside that I do have to it is that you kind of do have to do 2 layers and to use a stippling brush. So that's kind of like a manual thing that you have to do to keep your face looking not splotchy and more on the flawless side. So this foundation is also on the medium to full coverage. You can really build it up though without it looking cakey. And yeah, so that is all for today's review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did, please make sure to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And as always, I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.